Welcome, ladies and gents, to this installation of the Family Folklore Foundation, Inc. Radio Hour, brought to you by the Miller Community Fund, South Shore Arts, the Indiana Arts Commission, and also the National Endowment for the Arts. Tonight, the Family Folklore players will perform a brand new piece, sure to entertain and inspire. Our story begins in 1956 Hammond, Indiana, where the 7 members of the Granville family are... I guess Bobby the Parakeet makes it 8. Yeah, 8 members of the Granville family are about to set out on an adventure. So turn up your radio, turn off your TVs, and let's go back in time and enjoy Butterbird Christmas.
Makeshift parades were a sacred tradition in our neighborhood. As kids, we'd pair up every afternoon, rain or shine, forming a long line across 2 city blocks of Belmont Ave. We'd glide past our Hoosier homes on our bikes, streamers a sail, and the baseball cards we'd attached with clothespins would flap triumphantly against the spokes of our tires. Big kids, that is, like my older brother Sam and I. The younger kids, like our little sister Nina and baby brother Dougie, would bring up the rear in their red wagons, waving to the moms tending their gardens. These were grand affairs that couldn't be compromised by the mere fickle Midwestern weather, notorious to Northwest Indiana. When winter struck, which was early and often, we'd simply throw our old Halloween and dance recital costumes on over our snowsuits and march into whatever tempest Mother Nature sent us. So on that day in 1956, when the Plymouth Rock moving van pulled up, we knew we were in for something new and not exactly welcome.
Hey, what's up? We're moving. Why? Don't know. Too bad. Daddy, can't we stay a while longer? We want to do one more neighborhood parade.
No, we need to hit the road now. It's a long way to Ohio. Get Amy Beth in the baby seat, and here's Bobby, the parakeet. Wedge the bird cage next to the car seat in the back seat.
Like this, Daddy?
Perfect. I just love this Ford Fairlane station wagon. Why, whatever doesn't fit in the moving van, I can put on the car top carrier. The bikes fit snugly over our heads. Not to mention the kids fit in the back and the back. Okay, kids, get in.
On that dark November day, our parade became more of a funeral procession. My older brother Sam, little sister Nina, and baby brother Dougie and I trooped into the back seat of our station wagon, like we were meeting our maker. Our littlest sister was too small to realize the gravity of the situation. The seating in the back, that furthest most rear of the station wagon, was what we deemed the most prime real estate seating on long distance trips, and it was always a bone of contention.
I need to get in the backpack because I'm the biggest. I need knee room. I don't know why we gotta move, but if we have to, I'm getting in the backpack. No, it's my turn. You didn't say save my seat the last time you were in the backpack. I don't know why Mom and Dad are so happy about this. I think this has got to be the worst day of my life. I should get in the backpack.
Yes, you have to say save my seat or it isn't saved. Everybody knows that.
Let Nina get in the back there with you, Sammy. And I'll put Dougie on my lap. We can sit by Amy Beth and play with the parakeet. When we make our first stop, we can trade places. That way, everybody gets a turn. It's only fair.
Okay, I guess you're right. Everybody's having the worst day ever. Nina, climb on back here.
Kids, it's time. Let's see who can win the quiet game.
What's the prize?
You know what the prize is. The prize is the joy of winning.
And the peace and quiet is a prize in itself.
Don't we have the most wonderful children?
We lucked out. Okay, Joni, our future awaits. Grab the atlas. Let's get this wagon to Cincinnati.
Keith, not so fast.
Come on, honey. Daylight's burning. We need to make good time.
That's fine, dear, just as long as we make it there in one piece.
Three days later, our Ohio life was in full swing.
Kids, it's 7. You don't want to be late for your first day at your new school.
Don't forget to braid my hair, Mommy.
Me too, Mommy.
Get me the comb and brush and the new ribbons.
Thanks so much, Mom, for making this beautiful dress.
You look beautiful in it, darling. I wanted you to have something very nice to wear on your first day in your new school. I hope it will bring you good luck.
And do I look pretty in my new dress too?
You are both beauties, just like your mother.
But I've got a bad tummy ache.
Oh, you just have a case of the jitters. Once you meet your new teacher and your classmates, you're going to feel a lot better. Remember the home and school mottos? Child-centered learning.
Maggie, I have just the thing for you. I'm not a pharmaceutical salesman for nothing. Let me look in my sample case and see what I have for you. Here's just the thing for stomachache. Take this with water and your stomachache will go away.
I just need to stay at home today.
I'm too sick to go to kindergarten. Both you girls are fakers. I can hardly wait to go to school.
Yeah, 'cause you're an outstanding student. I'm only average, and that's at my old school. Hate to think what it'll be like at our new school. I wish we had never moved.
Honey, I love the way you set the table the night before breakfast. It's a joy to see the table set with the cereal boxes in the center.
Must be my Scottish roots. I love routine. But what I really love is this new electric skillet. It was a wonderful anniversary present. And look how I fried this whole pound of bacon at one time.
There's the woman I married. Don't be so modest. It was your blue stamp books that financed that skillet. Kids, come to the table. Let's say grace. Bow your heads and thank God for this bounty. Dear gracious Lord.
I'm glad Bobby made it okay on the trip. I never heard of a parakeet taking a car ride.
That reminds me of when I grew up on a farm in Kansas, when we had over 1,000 sheep. I'll never forget our dog, Shep. He lived to be 23 years old. He was so smart that when my hat blew off one day, the next day he brought me that hat and laid it down at my feet. Sure, a parakeet can travel in a car.
A dog that can live 23 years.
Whoa, that's a new one.
When can we get a dog?
May I please be excused to use the bathroom?
Yes, dear.
I was so nervous, I didn't have the stomach to eat anything that morning. So as my siblings got ready for school, I just discreetly flushed all my bacon down the commode.
Enough of this chitter-chatter. It's time to bundle up. It's just as cold here in Ohio as it was in Indiana. I want to see you in snow pants, snow coat, hat, mittens, your hood up, and your scarf on. And don't forget your boots. The radio forecasted snow today. Well, Keith, I think we have time for a cup of coffee before you hit the road to start the training class for your promotion at Meredith Pharmaceuticals. I'm so proud of you, darling. Do you think we can afford Sammy's organ lessons and the girls' ballet lessons while we're here in Cincinnati?
Yes. I think we can swing lessons. Is that Dougie that I hear crying? Better get him and check to see if the baby's still sleeping.
Whoa, they're all brick.
Everybody's house looks the same.
What are we going to do? We can't be late on our first day.
Okay, let's keep calm.
Somehow Sam got us to school. I was just in time for Miss Sespal's class. She was a teacher of fairy tale proportions. Her hair was dyed black and tightly permed. She was forever freshening her makeup. She sported a death-like powdery foundation, vivid pink cheeks, and blood-red lips. This came as a shock, since until then, all the women in my life wore next to no makeup.
I'm Maggie Granville.
Granville, let me see. What brings you to our school? Never mind, I don't really care. You'll sit between Garfield and Greenfield, 4th row, 5th seat. Here's your books. As you see, you're one of 35 people, so don't expect any special attention. Keep up. Sit next to Zipperfield.
With one smile, Susie Zipperfield and I were fast friends.
Class, get out your pen and piece of paper.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I only brought a pencil.
What?
Actually, I only know how to use a pencil.
What did you say? Are you kidding? Where are you from? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Sorry, we do not use pencils here. Okay. Class, excuse that interruption. Today we are going to review the schwa sound. As you can see on the board, the upside down E is the unaccented syllable of large words. When you divide the word semester into syllables, sa, the first syllable, has this...
Excuse me, why are we doing this? We read the whole Dick and Jane series as words, not letters in Indiana.
Well, you're not in Indiana anymore. And you must stand up when you're called on to say anything here.
That was the longest day of my childhood. After school let out, I prayed that I'd be able to find Sam and Nina. There was no way I would be able to get back home through the maze of brick houses we'd summited that morning.
Max, hey, over here!
Oh, hi, where's Nina? We don't want to go without her. Can't believe how dark it's already getting.
Here I am. Look, we're learning how to read this book in kindergarten.
But if the book isn't Dick and Jane, it's Pig can jig. How ridiculous. Who cares if a pig can jig? And they can't jig anyhow. We're learning a brand new language called phonics in 2nd grade. Did you know that if you turn the letter E upside down, it has a different name and sounds funny?
Wow, it looks different out here. All the homes look alike and these hills are covered with snow. I hope I can remember how to get home.
I know you can do it.
Are we gonna die in the snow just like the little match girl?
I miss my old school. I wonder what our friends are doing.
Why did we have to move? I miss my home. Hey, wait, is that Dad?
It sounds like his type of driving.
Yes, he's parking. That's our apartment. Let's go. Mommy, Mommy!
November seemed to go by extra slowly that year. Eventually, December came around, and by then, I'd learned to be invisible from the one-woman Spanish Inquisition that Miss Cespel was conducting on her 2nd graders, or so I thought. One day in early December, I put on my favorite dress, the same one my mom had made me when we'd moved there. I considered it to be lucky until that day.
Granville, what does this say?
I can't see the word very well.
What was that?
I can't see the word very well.
I can't hear you. Are you blind?
I can't see the word very well.
You must stand up to be called on.
Oh no, I need a Kleenex. I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on. There's no reason for that. Sit down and listen to someone else who can read better than you. I don't know what they teach in Indiana. You're slowing the learning down here. Isn't she, class?
That was the last day I wore my lucky dress.
Hey Mag, you want to come over to my house to play on Saturday? You know we live on the same block, right?
Really? You want to play with me when I don't even know the words on the board?
Oh brother, who cares about what old Cesspool says? You're okay.
It would be so much fun. I'll have to ask my mom, but I'm sure she'll say it's okay. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Great, and don't let that old mean teacher get you down. Besides, we get to make dreidels in art class out of cardboard today, so that'll be fun.
What's a dreidel?
Well, they're sort of this game we play at temples sometimes, but everybody is learning how to make them because we're studying Hanukkah and social studies. We're gonna do a play on it soon. There's a special song we get to sing.
I wonder if that's like when you do the nativity scene at church. I was married back in Indiana.
I have no idea. It's probably similar though.
Oh no.
You gotta not let old cesspool get you so much. Take a few breaths and just think about the letters and how they glue together. The sounds sort of just come after a while.
Cranfield, Zipperfield, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, poor Maggie. Who hasn't had an authority figure of fairy tale proportions? You know what I like to do when I've had a bad day? Go out and enjoy community projects. Ever wonder how these things get funded? Well, from swell organizations like the Miller Community Fund, whose mission is to positively influence the quality of life in Miller Beach and the 46403 zip code through granting financial support to projects like Butterbird Christmas. And also South Shore Arts, who champions the artistic identity of the South Shore, making art accessible and, more importantly, essential.
And please, 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 let us have a dog someday.
Yes, like that one chef Daddy was telling us about.
Oh yes, pretty please with a cherry on top. Amen.
Well, now kids, you know God is all-powerful, but not Santa Claus. You must really think about what types of requests you put in with him. They must be only the most important, special ones. You know he's a busy guy.
Oh, but this one is...
Yes, a dog would make all the difference.
Yes, a dog would. I had such a terrible day today, and I can't snuggle Bobby even though I love him. Today was so bad, I couldn't read a word on the board when my teacher called on me. And they used cursive here. In 2nd grade, not back home where you're supposed to learn in 3rd grade, I started to cry and the other kids laughed at me.
Well, I'm not outstanding either. Plus, we're learning about Hanukkah, whatever that is.
It's a holiday kind of like our Christmas, but different. It's very special for Jewish folks.
Mommy, is it okay if I go to Susie Zipperfield's house to play on Saturday? She says she lives across the street from us.
Oh, I met her mother the other day when I was taking Dougie and the baby for a stroll. She seems to be a lovely person. That would be fine, darling. Look, Nina and Dougie fell asleep over there in their bunks.
Mommy, I love you so much.
Me too. Me 3.
You're all such little angels. Keep up the good work and maybe somebody will take notice and send a dog your way.
Hello, Maggie. Mama's making our lunch.
I hope you like grilled cheese.
Oh, I definitely do. Wow, your place looks so, what's the word? Modern? It looks like it used to be on TV. I love your sunken living room. And you have wire-slung chairs and an orange couch. What are these little balls on this ivy branch on the hall chest?
My dad's company makes styrofoam shapes. These little balls are for decoration. They're supposed to be berries on a fake vine. They're really fun to pop. Try it.
Lunch!
Wow, I love your dinette set. And you have such a modern lamp. What's that spongy material on the frame?
My dad's company makes a kind of foam rubber, too.
Say, Susie, I'm going to see if with my mom if you could come over to our house next Saturday to play. Do you ever have parades with the kids in the neighborhood around here?
I don't know what you mean.
Don't worry, we'll do one next weekend.
That sounds like fun.
Vacuuming was the worst chore you could give me as a kid. Come to think of it, I still don't really like it till this day. but my mom had said it was a matter of family honor. Our house had to be spick and span when we welcomed Susie over.
How many more times will I have to vacuum in my life? There are 365 days in a year, and I plan to at least live 100 years. Where's Sam where I need him? He could do this math problem. I guess I'm not going to live forever. What a terrible thought. My life can't get much worse. You are such a beautiful creature. Such fluffy chartreuse and gold feathers and cute curved little beak. I love your black dots and black lines. To think you came from the jungle. We are so lucky to have you as a part of our family. And you live in our home. I love you. Mom, Bobby said I love you.
Yes, dear, very good.
Hi, Susie. Come on in.
Let me take your coat, Susie.
Thanks, Mrs. Granfield. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Susie. Do you have a sister?
Yes, but she's older than me.
I don't have anybody to play with.
Lunchtime.
Okay, so I have to warn you, my mom has made chopped liver on toast.
Really? I love chopped liver on toast.
You gotta be kidding me.
Maggie, when I went to South Shore High School in Chicago, I had many Jewish friends, and I loved so many of their dishes. Lox and bagels, potato pancakes, they're fantastic.
Latkes are the best. I'm so glad you moved into our neighborhood. It was boring without you. You have a bird? I'm only allowed to have a goldfish in my house.
Well, we want a dog, but our parakeet is straight from the jungle. He's very cool. Plus, he could talk.
Wow, what can he say?
He can say, hello, Bobby, and I love you.
Too cool. This sandwich is very good.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates liver. It's an acquired taste.
I've been thinking about your problem you were talking about at recess yesterday, Maggie. I might have a solution.
You mean how to let Santa know where we are?
Yeah, that's the big problem. We've been really worried about it. What are you saying? Santa doesn't know that we moved.
Susie, how do you think we can solve this problem?
I think we should make a poster and put it on the front door with an arrow on it and your names. Then Santa will know where you are.
Well, aren't you a genius? Girls, go to the drawer beside the bookcase in the living room and get the magic markers and other art supplies. Sam, run to the bedroom to your father's top drawer in the tall boy dresser and get some white cardboard from your father's shirts very carefully. Don't rumple his shirts.
Growing up, we had a few mysteries in our family. One occurred very close to Christmas, just after we'd moved to Cincinnati.
Mom!
Dad!
We're home!
Where are they?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's coming from the kitchen.
Kids, don't go in there.
Why? What's going on? What's that noise?
Is Bobby okay?
Well, that's it. My work is done.
What does that mean?
Go check out what's in the kitchen.
That night, our kitchen was filled with 5 of the sweetest Cocker Spaniel puppies ever to grace this earth. 4 black and white spotted ones, and 1 that was solid black.
Daddy, what happened to the puppies? Why are their tails all taped up?
This is what Miss Deham requested when she learned I grew up on a farm. I used to dress chickens for Sunday supper.
I don't know what this means.
Children, this doesn't concern you. Change into your play clothes and go out and play.
But, why are the puppies crying?
Don't worry, they'll get over it. Now, run along.
Why, come in, Mrs. D.H. Keith. Just finished up.
Oh, the dear things. I hate to have to do it, but it's breed specific. Keith, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for bobbing their tails, and come up to choose whenever you want.
Christmas Eve in Ohio wasn't anything like back in Indiana. We didn't even have a chimney for Santa. We didn't have any family to see, or so we thought.
Keith, you're driving too fast.
Right about that. Son, you should slow down.
Do you drive like this with my daughter in the car?
Well, come on. It's Christmas Eve. I was just trying to make good time. You wouldn't want to waste a minute now, would you? I mean, Olga, really? What, with you and Joe coming in from Chicago and Mom and Dad making a trek in from Kansas? I wanted to get here as fast as we could.
That must be a new world record, though, Keith.
Would anyone care for a drink?
I'll have a double of whatever you're making.
I second that. Say, where's that beautiful daughter of mine? Joni, hon, where should I put this Butterbird turkey? Got it special from the company store.
Oh, Dad, is this the new turkey they've been advertising on TV? I'm so proud of you being in charge of the poultry division at Speed & Company.
Ah, shucks, sweetie. It is the one we've been working on. Our egg sales are the highest in the country this quarter, but this turkey is the talk of the town. We've got a recipe special for success for tomorrow. When you pull it out of the oven, you are not going to believe your good fortune. In a matter of hours, a golden brown, tender, delicious turkey will appear with no basting, fuss, or bother on your part.
Here you go, Joe.
Thanks.
Mom and Dad, what'll you have?
Son, you know I don't drink.
Live a little, Ma. I have perfected the grasshopper. I created whipped cream out of dry milk, water, and vegetable oil, which I put in the blender with chipped ice, and of course, creme de coco and creme de menthe.
Jessie, darling, how about a nice hot toddy after that cold plane ride?
Well, if you have one with me, dear.
No takers for the grasshopper?
I'll have one when I put the kids to bed.
Make ours martinis straight up and blow a breath of vermouth over the glass.
You know what my husband did? In exchange for bobbing the tails of the Cocker Spaniel litter upstairs, we got to choose the pick of the litter for our children's Christmas present.
Well, he comes by it honestly.
I suppose that's what happens when a kid gets raised by an ag professor. Say, where are all those kids of yours?
The little ones are down for the count, but Sam, Maggie, and Nina should be ready to be tucked in. Anybody want to do the honors?
Don't look now, hon, but I think...
Grandma, Grandpa, Gammy, Gramps. But when did you?
Surprise! We just had to see your new Ohio spread. How do you like it?
Well, you know, we're just so worried that Santa won't know where we live because we're not in our real house, not even in Indiana. And we're the only ones on the block with a Christmas tree.
But that's why we made our posters.
Mommy, can I hang it on our front door?
No, sweetie, you have wet hair. Let me do it. There might not be any Christmas trees, but all the homes have candles and stars. Surely Santa will get the hint. Plus, these posters will do the trick, I'm sure of it.
Oh, we can't forget about Santa's cookies.
What's in that big box?
Can you sound out those letters?
Bye, Butterbird. Bye, Butterbird?
What does that mean?
Well, kids, I've been working on a new campaign for Speed Company's latest creation, a special Christmas turkey. We'll have it tomorrow, and you'll see that it'll live up to the commercials we've been running.
Yum.
I can't wait.
Let's put a plate of cookies and a glass of milk, a carrot for Rudolph, and then it's time for bed. I mean it.
After we'd made sure that Santa and Rudolph's rations had been taken care of, we made our way to bed. But all three of us were having trouble finding the Sandman that night.
What's this your mother tells me? You guys have something you want to talk to me about?
This is serious, Dad. We're still afraid that Santa won't know where we live. Our landlady lives upstairs blocking Santa's view.
Would it help if we had a fireplace?
Oh yes, can we, Daddy? It would be terrific. Though, it would be a miracle.
How could this possibly happen in such a short time?
I'll worry about the details. Okay? Calm down. Time for lullabies and prayers. And we'll see if Santa makes it tonight. Now here goes.
Sweet and low, sweet and low, wind of the western sea. Low, low, sweet and low, wind of the western sea.
Christmas morning couldn't come quick enough for us that year. I was the first to wake up.
What's that sound?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
When we got to the living room, we were surprised to see that our dad had come through. There, right in the center of the room, was a fireplace. It was made out of cardboard, but it was a beautiful sight to behold.
Look!
A fireplace.
I don't think it's real. Is that cardboard?
Cardboard? Well, look, it did the trick.
Santa came!
That's all that matters, right?
You're right.
Have you ever seen so many presents?
Nope.
I'm so glad Santa came after all. Look, the stockings have little boxes in them. We need to wake up the parents so we can reach our stockings.
Look, Santa ate his cookies and drank most of his milk, and Rudolph ate his carrot.
What's Ducky talking about? Did Gramps put his turkey under our tree?
I'll open it since I'm the oldest. Wait, turkeys don't have noses, they have beaks. This is not a bird. It's a puppy! Of our very own?
This is the best day ever.
What's all the noise about?
Daddy, Santa's brought us a puppy.
Well, Santa knows how to spot a good box when he sees it.
Oh, what a cute puppy. Santa really came through, didn't he?
It's black with a curly coat. Is that a darling top-notch or what?
Be careful, children. Take turns on that couch with that little doggy.
Oh, what a cute puppy.
How did Santa know that's what you wanted?
Can we see what's in our stockings too? There are little boxes in all of them.
I'll reach those boxes for each of you. Oh, here's how you work them. Take your fingernail and press down on this gray tape, and you can make the boxes talk. They say, "Buy Butterbird, buy Butterbird, buy Butterbird, buy Butterbird."
Like this.
I want to try.
Me too.
Between the blessings of quality time with the family, an ample array of presents, Grandpa's amazing turkey, and a puppy we named Ebby that Christmas Day went down in the Granville history book as a perfect day.
Nothing quite comes close to those mornings with the family during the holiday season. You know what comes in close second? Getting out in your community and enjoying the arts. These awesome projects are given grants, which are basically their versions of Christmas presents, by great organizations like the Indiana Arts Commission, who, on behalf of the people of Indiana, advocates engagement with the arts to enrich the quality of individual and community life. And also, the National Endowment for the Arts, who have awarded more than $5 billion to support artistic excellence, creativity, and innovation to benefit individuals and communities.
It turned out Ohio wasn't as bad as we thought after all. The school year was over before we knew it.
books, no more teachers' dirty looks.
I'm so glad I'll never have to see Miss Cesspool again.
Me too, but I'm sad you're moving.
I'll miss you, but I really miss Indiana.
Yeah, will you go back to your old school?
I don't know. Nobody ever tells me anything.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Maybe you can come and visit sometime. We could have a neighborhood parade.
That would be great.
That's the funny thing about childhood. A lot of times there are gaps you forget about, or that your folks fill in for you. The summer after Ohio, we returned to Indiana and got the surprise of a lifetime.
Are we moving back again into our Indiana home?
Yes, son. What did you think?
We didn't know we were going to move back into our same house.
Why, of course. Your father was in a 6-month training program for his work. He had a promotion and management training. That's why we were in Ohio, where the main office of Meredith Pharmaceutical is.
We didn't know we were coming back.
I'm glad we're moving back home.
Me too. Look, there's our friends down the block. They're even having a neighborhood parade. Can we join in? Please?
Come on, Dad, please.
All right, but just for a little bit. We have to get unpacked.
Thanks.
Don't let go of Ebenezer. He's never been in a parade before. He's just a little puppy.
What's that on top of your car roof?
That's our cardboard fireplace. It helped let Santa Claus know where we were when we moved to Ohio.
Wow, it must be magic. Well, you better put it up again this Christmas so he knows you moved back.
We also have posters with arrows that we put on our front door to let Santa know we're in the house. Mother, I am going to write Susie Zipperfield a thank you letter. It was her idea after all.
Guess we'll put them on this front door too on Christmas Eve.
Hey Katie, check this out. Isn't it neat?
What is it?
Something my Grandpa McDuff made at his work.
Wow, that's swell. Can I try it?
Sure.
Oh, Maggie, I'm so glad you came back.
Me too. Ohio was okay, but Indiana will always be my home.
Mid pleasures and palaces so we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
Well, folks, it's been swell. But this concludes this episode of the Family Folklore Foundation, Inc. Radio Hour. We hope you tune in next time and wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, and Happy Ramadan. Season's greetings, peace on earth, and goodwill to one and all. Tonight's program was produced by Family Folklore Foundation, Inc. Production services were provided by Almost Fairy Tales Films. Almost Fairy Tales. We make projects into productions. Editing and mixing by Jessica Renslow. Generous support provided by the Miller Community Fund, South Shore Arts, the Indiana Arts Commission, the National Endowment for the Arts, and listeners like you. If you'd like to donate to Family Folklore Inc., go to famfolkfund.org or send checks to P.O. Box 662, Crown Point, Indiana 46408-0662. And now, the cast of the Family Folklore Players. Narrator Siobhan King. Mom, Becky Swerden. Dad, Clarence Knight. Katie, Lily Haddix. Maggie, Gianna Harrison. Sam, Ethan Elliott. Nina, Sydney King. Miss Cesspool, Mandy Renslow. Susie Zipperfield, Lily Haddix. Mrs. Zipperfield, Janine Harrison. Gramps, Ron Nichols. Gammy, Connie Nichols. Grandma, Darlene Martinez. Grandpa, Ron Nichols. Dougie, Gabe Messer. Puppy, Promise Joy Renslow Weiler. Sound effects provided by Dawn Haddix and Seth Odenthal. Butterbird Christmas was written by Dr. Meg G. DeMakis. This is Andrew Renslow, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So long, folks.